This pedigree is for the Goldberg family who star in a popular ABC network show called The Goldbergs. The show is based on the real-life childhood experiences of Adam Goldberg in the 80s. In this pedigree, we have, starting from the top left going down, Ben Goldberg, Dorothy Goldberg, who wasn't included in the show, Albert Solomon, who goes by the name Pops, Pop's wife Irene Solomon, who also wasn't included in the show, Murray Goldberg, Beverly Goldberg, Erica Goldberg, Barry Goldberg, and Adam Goldberg. The two genetic phenotypes we'll be looking at today are eye color and hair color. For eye color, Beverly and Pops both have blue eyes, and the rest of these characters have brown eyes. Blue eye color is a recessive gene. Since none of Murray and Beverly's children have blue eyes, this could mean that Murray may or may not carry the recessive allele for blue eyes. If he doesn't, then none of their kids could have ever have blue eyes, since they would all have the dominant allele for brown eyes, along with one recessive allele for blue eyes. If he did carry the allele for blue eyes, then about half of their children would be born with blue eyes. Since all of their 3 children have brown eyes, this is most likely not the case. Beverly's mom, who was never shown, could have had any combination of the 2 alleles for eye color, since Beverly and Pops both have blue eyes. For hair color, every member of this pedigree has naturally brown hair except for Beverly Goldberg, who is blonde. The blonde hair color trait is recessive, with brown being dominant. If Murray carried the recessive allele for blonde hair, then about 50% of their children should be born blonde. Since all of her and Murray's children are brown-haired, it is most likely the case that Murray doesn't carry the recessive allele for blonde hair, but not impossible. Both of these phenotypic traits have an autosomal inheritance pattern, which means the inheritance doesn't depend on gender. The eye and hair phenotypes can either be autosomal dominant or recessive. For the brown eye and hair, this is autosomal dominant inheritance, since only one copy of the dominant gene needs to be inherited for the trait to show. This differs from the autosomal recessive inheritance pattern of blue eyes and blonde hair, since both of the genes inherited must be the recessive alleles in order for these traits to be shown. X-linked dominant and recessive traits are similar to the autosomal traits, but depend on the X chromosomes and can have different outcomes based on the sex of the offspring. Y-linked traits can only be found in males, since females have no Y chromosome. For a trait to be Y-linked, it must only occur in the males of a family or population. Eye and hair color can't be X-linked dominant or recessive, since Barry and Adam both have brown eyes and hair, while their mom has blue eyes and blonde hair, which is where they would get their X chromosome from. Eye color also can't be Y-linked, since Pop has blue eyes, and neither can hair color, since Erica has brown hair. And so that's Pops, Murray Goldberg, Beverly Goldberg, their 3 children, Barry, Erica, and Adam. And these are the possible genotypes for all of them for the autosomal dominant and recessive, since the other inheritance patterns cannot be shown, or they're not valid.